What's up guys, Ryan with the MXG channel and AOMC. Got a cool bike to show you today, one of my favorites. Very big, very intimidating, absolute monster, but the capabilities with this thing only end with your skill level. Yeah, it's the 2023 KTM 1290 Adventure R. Let's take a look and go over it. Pretty sweet. If you guys are familiar with the model, or maybe have been around the channel since I put out the 2022 model video, you'll know that these bikes, the 1290 platform was completely redid in 2022. So what did they do? Just to hit on a couple of the high spots, they changed a lot and they shaved some weight, but the big thing was everything they did with the plastics and the fuel tank. So on the old generation Super Adventure R, it had one fuel tank, it was top heavy, and I mean you had to remove the tank just to change the air filter. It was it had some issues, and not the case with this one. They took everything they'd learned with the 790 890 Adventure with the low fuel tank, and they implemented it to this 1290, and they did so without even making it look quite so oblonged and kind of weird in the front like the 790 890 did, until we got used to it. So this is a triple fuel tank setup, right, left, and top, I believe, and it's going to keep a lot of your weight down low, help with that top heaviness. Still holds 6 gallons of gas, I believe. So I mean, KTM says this bike is oriented for hardcore off-road adventurers who want and need premium kit to level any landscape or terrain. That's in their words. So, you know, for me, this bike is for a guy that, or girl, that can, you know, has a little time to take some trips and really, you know, explore the backcountry a little bit, maybe take a passenger, maybe take some luggage, and, you know, the sky is the limit. So it's powered by 1301cc KTM LC8 V-twin. Makes around 160 horsepower and 100 foot-pounds of torque. It's got a 6-speed Pankel transmission, a slip and assist clutch, and tons of options you can get with this thing, which we'll get into in a minute. But the big one, you know, is the Quick Shifter Plus, which allows you to shift up and down without touching the clutch at all. So pretty sweet. If you guys want to know what this bike's really capable of, I would suggest you go watch some of Chris Birch's videos riding this thing. It's pretty absolutely nuts. So of course, the electronic gadgetry for all that to work on this thing, that's kind of what the Bosch 60 IMU does, is in the center of the bike, and you know, 6 different dimensions of measurements, so the bike knows what it's doing, and the other pieces of the bike can kind of react and adjust. You know, when it comes to that, this bike, the Adventure R, doesn't have all the you know, gadgetry and features of the S, but it has all the ones that someone who might ride a little off-road, get this thing muddy and dirty and stuff like that, are probably going to want. So that Bosch 60 IMU is basically going to keep the bike informed of its behavior through the motorcycle traction control, motorcycle stability control, all the ride modes. It's got sport, street, rain, off-road, and an optional rally mode. That's going to integrate with the ABS and all that. So it's pretty amazing what these things can do. Of course, it's got the Explorer 48mm forks, just like you're gonna find on the dirt bike, guys. It's, you know, it's a split cartridge fork. You got the PDS rear shock, and it's got 8.7 inches of travel at both ends. Alpha aluminum spoked wheels, and that's another thing that's cool about these KTM Adventure wheels. Yes, these are spoked wheels. We like the standard spoked wheels because they're strong, they're durable, they're resistant to bends and stuff. But the problem is most spoked wheels are not tubeless. However, these are. KTM's had a tubeless sealing system in their spoked wheels for a while, and the one for this year is supposed to be improved. So more on that later when we get time to actually break one of these down and take a look at it. It's mounted up with the Bridgestone Battle Axe AX41 tires. Now, for 2023, The update was mainly with the navigation potential on this screen. You can see this TFT display is a large 7-inch display. Take that post-it note off there. Turn this on with the race on system, and you can see this thing is bright, guys. No problem seeing this thing in the sunlight on the brightest days. I don't care if you're riding across the Sahara Desert, you're going to be able to see the screen. It's big enough you're not going to have to lean down and squint like I find myself doing on other bikes. So you're going to get better turn-by-turn guidance on this new, I don't know if it's new hardware or just new software, but you're going to also have the ability to set waypoints and diversions through the handlebar switch. And there's not going to be a need to stop the bike and find your cell phone and engage with the KTM Connect app. Everything, including phone call answering, logging the top 10 favorites, all that you can do just with these buttons right here on the bar. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, KTM Power Parts has tons of different things for this bike. You're going to get seats, one-piece seats, two-piece seats, different color stitching. You're gonna get low seats, comfort seats. I mean, there's tons of options between the Power Parts and Seat Concept stuff. You're gonna get luggage, different crash bars, mirror options. You know, sky's the limit. If you check my channel, go back and check the Ultimate I think the title of the video is I built the Ultimate KTM 1290 Adventure. I built one for the Transamerica Trail, and we did the Rottweiler stuff on it. We did a Recluse. We did about every piece of bling you can do. It was the old generation, but man, I still love to go back and watch that video. It was one of the last builds I did as a KTM tech, and really enjoyed that thing. So yeah, the graphics look good. For a few years, it seemed like most of the Super Adventures were just coming in blacks and grays, and I have to say, I'm a fan of this. It's got enough color, it pops, and it's a dreary day out here in Appalachia, a little cloudy today, so you guys might not be able to tell how much it really pops on video, but trust me, it does. Thing looks sweet. Okay guys, so this thing's serviced, so before this video is over, I'm gonna start this thing and let you listen to it. So I'm also gonna show you the lit up display screen here. All right, so it's got the race on system. So if you're not familiar with the race on system, it's just a fob. I like to keep it right here because I've lost one before. If you drive off and don't have that near you, you won't be able to start the bike. So you just hit the lock button there. It's gonna turn your screen on, and all you gotta do is hit this once. Well, now it's on. I just took it from off to run, and then you hit it once. Bike's gonna start. I only have GoPro audio here, so it's not gonna sound super good, but you can get an idea. It's going to come in at $20,299.